In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a passive income online. And I'm also going to give you a complete plan starting from complete zero as a total beginner, how you can move towards making 100,000 per year online as a passive income. If you're new to my channel, my name is Greg Kononenko. On this channel, I publish regular videos dedicated to making money online, affiliate marketing, and blogging. So click subscribe just below this video and enable all notifications to make sure you never miss my future videos. Thank you, and let's get into it. First of all, I want to give you some of my personal passive income examples. And personally, I do this with very simple websites. I'm going to show you some examples in just a minute, but just so that you've got this really good understanding of how I personally do this, I put out these simple, you can call them online assets. They're completely passive, very, very simple websites that get traffic every single day from people simply searching for different things online. And when they find my websites, they jump onto my websites, they click on ads on my site, they also buy things via my links while they're browsing my websites, and I get paid either commissions or ad revenue from people being on my sites. Now, what I want to underline or highlight here is that all of this happens while I'm asleep. If I'm on holidays, I can take a year off and these websites will continue working for me without my involvement. They're completely automated. So here is one example here. If you jump into Google right now and you type in free traffic sources, which is a common search query, you will actually see that one of my websites is coming up here on page one. So that's me here, caffeinatedblogger.com, free traffic sources. So this is my blog post and it's coming up for this in Google, and there are thousands and thousands of people that search for this term every single day on Google. Now, of course, I have many websites and I have many pages on each website. Okay, so this is, I've got these times hundreds, that happens every single day. But once somebody clicks on this search result, I don't need to do anything. This just happens automatically for me. They will read my article that they've got here and they will click on some of the links here. For example, I'm talking about how to get free traffic with Tailwind, and I've got a link here for people to sign up to Tailwind via my affiliate link. Now, if they sign up to Tailwind, which is a Pinterest marketing tool via my link, this goes via a special link called the affiliate link. And whenever somebody signs up for Tailwind, I get paid a certain amount in commissions. So just this one little post that I showed you before, it's bringing me daily sales. You can see there are transactions almost every day, 28th of June, 28th of June, 28th of June, 27th of June, 27th of June, 27th of June. So people are finding it and they're signing up to Tailwind, and I'm making all of this money from just one of those pages. I'm not promoting anything else inside the ShareASale network. All of these sales are from Tailwind. So I'm going to show you how to set this up further in this video. I'm going to explain everything step by step, but I'll just give you another example. If you search for sharks in Bora Bora, which is once again a very popular term, another one of my websites, Travel Croc, is coming up. And you will see that if I go here to I come up as #1 in Google for that. So that's really, really awesome. And anyone who lands on my site, they will read this article about sharks in Bora Bora, again, all automatically without any of my involvement. And you will notice that I've actually got ads. So this is an ad by Google. It's displayed automatically. I didn't insert this ad. All right. This all happens automatically. There is another ad and another ad and another ad, and I get paid an amount of money anytime somebody clicks on this ad. So on Travel Croc, I've got dozens and dozens of articles that are getting completely free passive traffic just like this from Google search. And then when people browse the website and they get shown these ads that Google automatically inserts for me, anytime they click on this ad, I get paid a certain amount. So now let's talk about step-by-step process of how you can go about setting up these profitable, completely passive niche websites for yourselves as well. So the very first step is to choose a niche. For example, the niche of my travel blog, travelcroc.com, is travel. And on this blog, I cover various destinations of, that people can check out and can find on Google and can read about and can learn more about. Some other examples of niches that you can choose for your website are fish keeping and aquariums, There is another type of niche, succulents and cacti, for example, for people that want to learn more about different types of succulents and cacti. Another type of niche could be gardening, where you give gardening advice for how to grow tomatoes, what kind of soils work for different plants. Another type of niche could be interior design and what sort of things can buy to make their living room and their kitchen look good, and what kind of carpets they can use in their home. On my channel, I actually cover different niches pretty regularly. So if you want to learn more about different types of niches, then jump over to my channel, and then here go where it says home videos, just go to playlists. And one of these playlists is called Best Blogging Niches. So if you watch these playlists, there are quite a few different niches that I talk about. Another pretty awesome way to find some ideas for what kind of niche you might start a website in is to type in blog income reports and then read all of the reports that come up. So there are some posts where you can find 53 different blog income reports or 50 different blog income reports. And each of them is in a different niche, and each of the bloggers in these collated lists reveals how much they make and how much they make as well. So that's really useful for niche research. For example, you can see there is a blog in a parenting niche that makes $4,000 per month, frugal living, food, intentional living, lifestyle, veganism, etc. So that's just another really awesome way to come up with some ideas for what kind of niche you want to be in. Step 2 is to register your website and create your website. It's very easy. If you have never created a website before, don't worry. It is super easy. It just literally takes a few minutes to do. You will need to find a hosting company. I personally use SiteGround.com. They're a really good hosting company that I've used for years, and I couldn't be happier. They have excellent customer service. And you can sign up to that using my affiliate link below. I just get a small amount of compensation if you do sign up through my link, or obviously you can go direct as well. It's completely up to you guys. Now, once you're on the SiteGround website, you can jump into this area here where it says Managed WordPress Hosting, and then you can click Get Started, and then just sign up for any of these plans. If you are new and if you only have one website, you can totally go with just the cheapest plan. Now, this is Australian dollars. Don't worry, guys. It's a lot less in US. I think it's $3.95 in US dollars. This is just my local Australian currency. And this will allow you to have one website, and it also allows you to have approximately 10,000 visitors per month. You can always upgrade later, or if you do want to grab a bigger plan, obviously you can do that now as well. Now, once you go to Get Plan, you will see that it allows you to choose domain, and it says, please enter your domain. Okay, so you can register a new domain right here. So just in case you're wondering what a domain actually is, domain is just literally this. So the domain name for Travel Croc is travelcroc.com. The domain name for Caffeinated Blogger is caffeinatedblogger.com. So it's just the web address that you type into the browser or into a search engine to find you. Okay, so if you don't currently have a domain, this is where you can register. So for example, if you went with a fish keeping niche, you could register a fish keeping domain, and I recommend choosing where it says .com.au because I'm in Australia, it defaults to that, but I recommend choosing a .com. That's the classic sort of domain extension, and it will be handy for you down the track when people are trying to find you. You know, instead of registering like a weird extension such as .net, .nz, or .co or .b, all of those kind of extensions, just go with the .com. If you're not sure which kind of domain to register, then you can jump over to namecheap.com, and this is where you can check domains, and it will allow you to check whether a particular domain that you think of buying is actually available. So you can see I've come up with fishkeepingparadise.com, and that is actually available. I can register it on Namecheap for $10 per year. You can totally do that, but actually the simplest way to do this in terms of the technical setup is to register it over here on SiteGround.com. It's a tiny bit more expensive. It's 19 Australian for a year instead of $10 Australian for a year, but I'm fine with that because it'll save us a bit of time. So you can type it in here, www.fishkeeping.com. Actually, .com is already there. So fishkeepingparadise.com, and then just click on proceed. So after that, you'll need to fill out all the information here. It says account info, so your address, your payment information, and then for purchase, just make sure that you know what you're signing up for. So you can choose a period here, 12, 24, or 36 months. You can even go with 1 month if you really want to. They'll just cost you kind of a tiny bit more in terms of the cost for the next 12 months, but at least, it reduces your upfront cost. All right, so then look at this where it says domain privacy. You don't actually need to do that. It's totally optional if you want to get a domain privacy. This just means that when somebody looks up your information online, they can't find your address. And also, you don't really need this SG site scanner, so don't worry about that. This is a monitoring service, but you can use free services to do that as well. So then you just need to tick these last couple of boxes and click Pay Now, and that'll direct you into the SiteGround.com interface, and your domain, your website, fishkeepingparadise.com in this instance will already be registered. After your payment goes through, you'll find yourself in a dashboard that will look similar to what you can see here. You will then need to go to websites, and your website should already be here. So in our example previously was Fish Keeping Paradise. This is just a test website that I use for some of these videos, gregsawesomewebsite.com. Now what you will need to do on this website is to click on something that says WordPress Kit over here, and that will allow you to install WordPress. Now WordPress is just the backend code that will allow you to manage your posts and create posts. It kind of converts your website into sort of like Microsoft Word. It's very simple to use, so you will need to install it first. It's free. To do that, choose this option here, Site Tools. That will open up this interface here, and then go down to WordPress and choose Install and Manage, and that will allow you to install WordPress onto your domain. So see where it says Install New WordPress, just go WordPress, select, and then enter all of the details here. You'll need to enter, for domain installation path, you just want to leave it the way that it is right now. You want it installed into the main site, not into a folder on your website. And untick this, you don't want this WordPress starter. Okay, so that's just some default data. You don't want that installed at all. For admin info, you will need to enter your username and password. You can generate the password here, but you will need to enter username, enter your email over here, and then you will need to click install, and that will install the WordPress instance for you onto your website. Once it's installed, you'll see a success message similar to this. I'm just going to zoom out so you can see. Here it says WordPress is installed, and you can either view your website or log into the admin panel. So if you can click view your site, you'll actually see that there is already some sort of a website template that's installed, but we can change it to something much nicer in just a second as well. But you already have your website, it's already live. And you can click this option here, admin panel, to actually log inside into the back end of your WordPress website. So now you can see we are logged in, and it says my WordPress, and this is where you can manage your website. You can make new posts, you can create new pages, and if you need to access it in the future, it's just always going to be at your domain name /wp-admin. This is where you can access it at any time in the future. You might need to use those login and password details that we set up in one of the earlier steps. You saw how simple it was to create a site. It's not scary at all. It's actually very, very easy. Next step is to install a WordPress template to make our site look a little bit nicer. For this, you will need to go back inside your WordPress admin interface and click here to Appearance Themes. And this is where you can find new themes. There are lots of free themes that you can use. There are also premium themes, but you don't need to spend money unless you are ready for it. So where it says search install themes, next to it, see it says add new. So click that button, and this is where you can search themes in the WordPress database. So you can type in this theme that I really like. It's called Airy. It's free. It's this website theme here, the first one that comes up. So just click install on it, and it will install that theme for you. So then you can click activate. That will activate your theme. And if we refresh this website now, you will see that the actual website is starting to look a little bit differently. The theme will control how your website appears. It will control the font. So for example, if I now click on this example post, you can see that it's got, the way that the comments are formatted, and it has a slightly different font to the previous theme that we had. So Airy is one of many different themes that you can potentially use. We're now ready to start looking for keywords and topics to publish your content on, so that you can start getting that free Google traffic that you can then convert into sales and into ad revenue. To find awesome keywords that you can rank for, the easiest thing to do is what I call reverse engineering other people's websites. So if you type in one of the keyword terms that are related to the niche that you are thinking of going into, that will bring up some potential blogs for you. For example, I've typed in fish keeping tips, and here I can see practical fish keeping, select aquatics, marine land, etc. I can see there is another site here, fishkeepingworld.com. So if we look at fishkeepingworld.com, this looks like a fish keeping blog. This is probably very, very similar to something that you want to build with your website as well. You want to have a blog similar to what you can see here, with ads, with affiliate links. So we can take this domain here and we can reverse engineer it. To reverse engineer the actual keywords that that website is using, we can use a tool called ahrefs.com. Ahrefs is a paid tool, but you can actually get a $7 trial for 7 days and do all of your research in those 7 days and then cancel the plan if you don't want to keep the plan or if you can't afford the plan. But Ahrefs is actually a really, really good tool. I'm going to show you how to use a slightly different tool, which is free, a little bit later on in this video as well. So for now, let's copy and paste that domain into Site Explorer here on Ahrefs, and we'll click the search button and it will give us all the information that we need to know about this website. So we can see that it's currently ranking for 180,000 different organic keywords. It's getting a lot of organic traffic per month as well. Now, this is just an approximation, of course. Generally, I find that real traffic stats are actually much higher, 2 to 3 times higher than what Ahrefs estimates. But still, we can see that this website gets probably 10,000 to maybe 30,000 daily visitors every single day, which is really awesome. Now we can click on 180K on this one to see all of the keywords that this website is currently ranking for. Before we do that though, I just want to show you something. Organic traffic. So this website really only started growing in January 2018, so just over 2 years ago, about 2.5 years ago. And in this period of time, it managed to grow to a completely massive website. So this just shows you the opportunity that the internet gives you. If you decide to do the same thing and you work hard on your website, there is no reason why you can't get to the same level within 2 years or possibly even faster. Now, okay, let's click on this organic keywords 180K, and this will give us all of the different keywords that this website is currently ranking for. So here we go, 120,000 different keywords. Now you can play with this in your own time, but what I recommend for you to do is to go into KD filter. KD stands for keyword difficulty, and we want to find keywords that are very easy to rank for, that don't have a lot of competition. To do that, just put in maximum KD of 4, click apply, and we will still get tens of thousands of keywords, I'm sure. So let's check what that comes up with. We can see that's reduced to 60,000, which is still a lot of different keywords. And here we've got all the critical information that we need to know. That's the keyword that this website is ranking for. That's the keyword difficulty. Okay, and that's the position that that website is ranking for. So there are some keywords here. Look at that. Some keywords have keyword difficulty of 0. That just means that if you create an article, even if your website is brand new, it doesn't have a lot of authority, you will have a really high chance of ranking on page 1 for this particular term on Google. Any keyword difficulty of 4 or less is extremely easy to rank for, and as you can see, that gives you 60,000 different keyword and article topic ideas. So realistically, you probably will never be able to publish that much content. 60,000 articles is a lot. So that just means that really there are opportunities for everyone. If out of the people who are watching this video today, if even 50 of you decide to start in this niche, just in the fish keeping niche, you will have hundreds and hundreds of unique articles each that you decide to write content on. So step 5 is to create content. Let's do that together. Let's say I decided to create an article on this topic here, water wisteria. I have no idea what water wisteria even is. So the first thing that I would personally do is type in water wisteria into Google and read as many of these articles as I can. So maybe the top 4. And I would literally just read this in detail to understand what is water wisteria. Okay, it looks like it's actually a plant. So I would read all of this in detail and learn as much as possible in my own mind about water wisteria before I create content on it. Next, I would recommend for you to go back into the WordPress dashboard and go into plugins and install a plugin. So under plugins, go add new install a plugin called Yoast SEO that will allow us to search engine optimize our posts. It's a free plugin, so there's absolutely no cost or reason not to use this plugin. So just go install now and activate it once it is installed. The next thing that I like to do personally is to install another plugin that is called Classic Editor. So that just eliminates the need to use the new WordPress editor that I don't really like personally. And I don't think I'm the only one, because there are 5 million active installations of Classic Editor. So I just recommend for you to install this. That makes it very nice and easy for you to use WordPress. So after this Classic Editor is installed and activated, that's when you can start to create a new post. So on the left hand side, go into Posts and go to Add New, and this will allow you to start creating a new post. And we need to give the post a title. So let's call it Water Wisteria, the Ultimate Guide. Now the important thing here is that you will see that Yoast SEO is here down below, and it will guide us through what we need to do to make sure that our post has got the best chance of ranking in Google for this particular keyword. So we want to enter the focus key phrase that we're targeting, Water Wisteria, in here. If you are unsure how to call your post, you can do that by exploring how other people have called their posts. So you can see here it says, or we can even look on Google, complete Water Wisteria care guide, Water Wisteria guide. So guides seem to be a pretty common theme in the names of their posts. So I am quite happy with Water Wisteria, the Ultimate Guide. Okay, and now we can start creating the actual content. So all it is you just point your mouse and click and start typing. This is how simple it is to create content. So you just need to write an article, and to write an article, you need to do your research the way that I showed you before. You need to read all of these and then essentially create a plan for your post and type it in your own words. Do not copy and paste other people's content. That's called stealing and plagiarism, and actually that will prevent you from ranking in Google, because Google will know that this is duplicate content. So if you just copy this, okay, and paste it into your site, that's not good. Do not do that. That will get you in trouble and won't give you any results at all. What you can do though is borrow some ideas as to the structure of the article. So for example, as I'm reading this, I might be making notes for myself for subheadings. So I can go here and create heading 2 that just creates sort of slightly larger text like this, okay, to break up your article. So you can say introduction, and then as you're reading this, you can see what else they've talked about. So what did they talk about? Care for, okay, reproduction. So then the next subsection here could be, let's just copy and paste this, and we can say Water Wisteria reproduction. Okay, and then the next section could be suitable fishes. Okay, so suitable types of fish. And again, let's just format that as H2. So now we kind of have gotten some ideas what to write about. Then from another article, maybe from, let's say, this one here, I might borrow some other ideas for what content to cover. From this one, I might borrow buying Water Wisteria, okay, where to buy Water Wisteria, how to care. So that will give us the different subheading or sort of subtopic ideas to cover in our article. Now, as you are typing, as you're creating your content, Yoast SEO will help you. And to do that, you need to click this SEO analysis, and you can see here it is giving you different feedback. So for example, it says there are no outbound links that appear on this page. You need to add some. Okay, then it also says, well, that's under problems. And under good result, it says key phrase and introduction. So I used Water Wisteria introduction. That's good. It also talks key phrase length. So as you're typing different things, it will continue giving you feedback, and you just need to make sure that you fix as many of the problems and move them into the good results as possible. That will ensure that your content is actually good and search engine friendly. Here are some simple starting guidelines for how to make sure that your content is very well optimized to rank in Google. And that is, the first thing is your content needs to be at least 2,000 words per post. Google these days really prefers long form content. You can of course also analyze how long the competitors' content is. If all of their content is only 400 words, then you can probably get away with 500 or 1,000. But in general, because your website is going to be brand new and the other guys' websites are quite established, you want to compete with them and you want to publish longer content than the other results on page one. You also need to fix everything that Yoast SEO highlights for you, and you need to mention the keyword that you're targeting 3 to 10 times in the article body and at least once in the title. That'll give you a really good chance of appearing there in page one for the results on Google search for the keyword term. So once you have published your post about water wisteria, guess what? There are still tons of opportunities for you to publish more. So you will need to continue this process and publish more and more of your content until eventually you will have a blog that looks like this, where you've got plenty of high quality content that is posted. So what can you expect from now on? Well, after you publish several posts, about 2 to 4 weeks after your posts get published, they will get indexed. Indexed means that they are in Google database. It doesn't mean that straight away you'll get onto page one, but Google will actually index them, it will analyze them, and it will start considering to include them. Now you will need to get some trust from Google first, and that takes a little bit of time. After 20 to 30 posts is generally when you will get some trust from Google. Google will not rank a website with just one post. It just does not happen because they want to see that this website is high quality and it's actually committed to regularly publishing high quality content. If you keep up with this, then in 3 to 6 months, your traffic will start to grow really quickly. For example, here on the page, you can see the stats for one of my websites. It's another blog in a fitness niche. And for this blog, you can see I started it in May 2019, and my wife has mostly been working on it. And basically for the first few months, there's not a lot happening. We started getting a couple of hundred visits per day after a couple of months, but it does take some time for it to start growing. There was a bit of a dip here because of the Christmas New Year. People are not interested in fitness. And then there was a bit of a dip because of the whole situation around the world, the global health situation around the world right now. But now the traffic and the interest are growing, so people are starting to become interested in that again. So overall, you can see that for the first few months, don't get discouraged, just continue putting out that high quality content. I've done this with many of my blogs. That's just the way that Google works. It needs to gain trust in you and in your content. So you can't stop if after a month or two you're not getting massive results just yet, because it does take a little bit of time to actually start getting really good results like what you can see here. But now we've had many days where we get 3,000 to 4,000 visitors per day to this blog, and it will only continue growing as your website gains authority and you put out more content. How do you actually then make the money from all of that content that you're going to be creating? Well, once you hit approximately 100 visitors per day, you need to apply to Google AdSense program. I'll show you in just a moment how to do that. Once you are hitting those numbers, apply to Google AdSense, and once you get approved, they will automatically give you a code that you can insert into your website, and it will start automatically showing ads. You don't need to do anything aside from just inserting a tiny bit of code into your site. There are instructions for how to do that. Now, Google AdSense is good when you're first starting out your blog. Their payouts are actually pretty good, but once you start getting more and more traffic, so once you hit 50,000 visitors per month, that's when you can apply to Mediavine. Mediavine is a more premium ad service, so they pay on average, they pay more than Google AdSense, but you do need to hit that minimum 50,000 visitors per month. And once you exceed 100,000 visitors per month, that's when you can apply to AdThrive. AdThrive, in most cases, pays even more than Mediavine and more than Google AdSense, but they also have that sort of higher minimum traffic requirement for the websites that want to monetize their sites using AdThrive. To apply to Google AdSense, just type in apply Google AdSense and click one of these results where it says get started with AdSense. So of course, you don't only need to sort of worry about that once you've actually started getting about 100 visitors per month. So you'll need to fill out this application form where you put in the URL of your site, email address, etc. And then you can continue your application process. It's fairly straightforward. As long as you publish high quality content, then you should be fine. The only time you might have an issue is if your site is not yet getting traffic. You do need to start getting traffic first before you go ahead and apply for Google AdSense, because they want to see some value in reviewing your website. If you only got one post, you're not getting any traffic. They don't want to waste their time and resources reviewing your website, right? So they'll reject it. But if you are getting some good traffic that's going to your website already from Google search, and you've got some high quality content and a lot of high quality content, then you shouldn't have any issues in getting approved. Another way that you can make money from your website, of course, is affiliate marketing. And to do that, you need to insert specially encoded affiliate links into the content of your articles, and that will credit you with any sales that your visitors make via your links. So just once again, to highlight that for you in case you skipped over it earlier in the video, here is an example of one of my blog posts that is monetized with affiliate links. And here, this link over here at the bottom is, I talk about, so it says sign up to Tailwind and start your free trial. Okay, so this is an affiliate link. Anyone who signs up using this specially encoded link will result in a commission for me from the Tailwind affiliate program. To find affiliate programs for your niche, you can simply Google for something similar to what you can see here. Here I said aquarium affiliate programs. If you are in another niche such as gardening niche, you can type in gardening affiliate programs and then look at the lists of all the different things that you can promote and recommend in your blog posts. If you want more information about different parts of the process, then check the description, the links in the description below, just underneath this video. I'm going to put links there to very detailed videos that will walk you through things like affiliate monetization, exactly how to do that, how to build your blog in a bit more detail, the technical steps about it all, and other things that will definitely help you to grow your blog faster. Also, make sure to check out the videos here at the top that will help you with your online business and affiliate marketing as well. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel to get more videos from me in the future, enable all notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.